All the glory, all the praise goes to the Father, Yah, Son, Yahweh, being Yahweh, the 7 archangels, and the 400 million sign angels. Barakatah, hallelujah, King White Vessel, aka Yah's Vessel, on the so-called Thursday, October 27, 2022, and all the glory and praise to Yahweh Elohim. And on all poetry I did yesterday or last, you could say yesterday, I did a poetry called Broke Women. Go check that poetry out called Broke Women on allpoetry.com. Go to the search engine and type King Wide Vessel. And and then I did a poetry not too long ago called We Are Clones. Go check that deep and biblical and spiritual poem of as well. We Are Clones. Go check that out, and go check that out and stuff, and see what you think for real. And as I said, I'm gonna say it to Friday. After Friday, I ain't gonna be saying this no more about follow me on this radio podcast show, or Spreaker radio podcast, the Play or the Spotify or iHeart. Go to the search engine, type YV Yah Vessel podcast show, and follow me on Instagram. I might do a little short Instagram later on, short TikTok later on. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram on Y Vessel. Follow me on TikTok, YAH'S Vessel. Follow me on Twitter, YAH Vessel. And follow me on YouTube, YAH'S Vessel. We do YouTube as well and stuff like that. All on like YouTube like that. Follow me on all poetry. Go to the search engine and type King White Vessel. If y'all like to read poets and stuff like that. Hold on for a minute, drinking my water. As you see, the topic called salvation, spiritual realm, because I don't want people to think I'm talking about salvation. I'm talking about that Christianity stuff. The Christianity, I always try to mimic everything spiritual folks say, and try to interpret it in they P-brain doctrine, and they P-brain mind stuff, because that's all it is, a doctrine. Christianity follows doctrines, and religion follows philosophy and stuff. Jewish people follow theology. And stuff like that. So I'm gonna get on them crackers hard, hard to the end. And I'm gonna get on them damn religions and get on to Christians as well. But today is about salvation, about the universe. Do the universe know you? I don't think the universe knows you. Some people that claiming they're about this truth, about Yahweh and stuff, this truth and stuff, and spiritual and stuff. I think people just want to be entertained and stuff. Because you got all these shows downloaded and stuff, and you don't take the time to listen to it because you let your job interrupt you. You let your family interrupt you. You let your friends interrupt you. And then you get caught up and you don't catch on to the shows and stuff like that. I'm not pushing nobody to go to my show, to keep download my show and just force you out to listen to my show, but you can't do that. You gotta listen to it here and there. Now you don't got time to listen to it. You working and stuff and busy and stuff. I can understand, but don't download the show, then listen to it later. Then you forgot. Oh, I'm gonna catch on to the show and stuff. Not to say none of y'all that's comment on my stuff and stuff. Not y'all. I'm talking about some people that they'll listen to it, they don't comment or nothing, and they don't like it or anything. They just look at it. But actually, it's a show. Actually, it's a damn show. And actually, it could be you that doing that. You eavesdropping, but you're not quick to like the show or comment. But only time you might do it if it fits your liking for real. And that's our people, the so-called black people. we gotta like some that fit us and stuff. Well, fit them and stuff like that. And then they wonder why that they don't get no business and anything like that. I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't like working with a lot of black people. I know I ain't the first to say this type of thing, and I ain't the last to say this type of thing. I'm not gonna do business with all black people, and I'm not gonna do business with too many black people as a whole. Cause black folks they like to do the, you change business with them, and they like to cheat your ass. They like to get over and stuff, and then don't want to do half the job they're supposed to do. That's why I won't do business with black. I don't do too many business with black folks like that. And it might seem, it might seem, it might seem kind of unfair. It might seem like, dang, you turn out your own people. Not really, because you cannot work with a lot of black people. They like to over talk you. They like to know what they doing, and then they like to get over on you. They like to use you. They like to use you as a pawn and stuff like that. And then they get mad when you don't want to do business with them no more. Because a majority of so-called black people think like so-called Caucasian people. They think they're like them. You got to beat them on paper. Not a fuck you don't. You don't beat them on paper. They don't care about you knowing such and such. And that's why the Most High leaving your ass blind. That's why Yahweh leaving your ass blind for real. Because you don't want to you don't want to do the work. You don't want to follow Yahweh, but you'll follow that man, and you'll follow Egyptology and shit. In Egyptology, that's a theology too. That's that white. Y'all say everything. Y'all talk about everything that Yahweh, you debunk it. But somebody our ancestors and your pyramids and that Baphomet and stuff. That's our people. Wow, you're a Satan worshiper then? You worship Satan, or you're atheist because you don't know the hell you are. You're atheist. You're a scientist or something, or you're professor. Because you sure don't know, or you're archaeologist and stuff. Because you sure don't know the hell you sure don't know the hell you damn talking about. Because you're going left, and you need salvation. And salvation is the universe. The universe is Yahweh. And without the Yahweh been Yahweh. Without the Yahweh been Yahweh, the seven archangels. Without the seven archangels, the 400 million assigned angels. On the right hand side on the throne, King David, King Abraham, King Solomon, King Jacob. Well, Jacob. hmm We all had an elder, a righteous elder, a chief captain, and a lieutenant, an elder, a chief captain, and a commander. I mean, the kings and stuff like that. Uh-huh. We trying to find out how to get that money, but we ain't trying to find out how to get salvation. We too busy stuck on the money and think money is our salvation. Money is not our way out. Money is obsolete. Money is really ain't real. It's called monopoly. We think money is not your future. Bitcoin is not your future. Cryptocurrency is not your future. It's okay to get by right now with the stock market right now, because we got a long ways to go and stuff. hmm Got a long ways to go. But either way it goes, you still are behind. You still not about. It's still not about. You still stuck on stupid. You're stuck on stupid. hmm Yeah, I got the title correctly because I don't want these motherfuckers to damn I ain't want these motherfuckers to damn mix it up with Christianity and stuff. Misdirection on Christianity. Hmm. Yeah. I hate when that happens. Yeah, I'm live. 142 episodes of YAH'S podcast show. Hold on for a second. I hate when this happens. Yeah. When you build your foundation of the universe, because the universe belongs to Yahweh. The universe belongs to the Yahweh. The universe belongs to Yahweh for real. And we get so caught up in situation and stuff, which is okay. We got some stumbling blocks in our life. Some of y'all going through tough time, even myself sometimes going through tough time and stuff. Yeah, we got some stumbling blocks, and we don't know if we're gonna survive through this and stuff. But Yahweh said, don't worry about what you should drink and what you should eat and what you should do. He'll give you words to speak if you're a messenger of Yahweh and stuff. And they ain't trying to hit us here because I'm too rough with it. I'm not gonna hold nobody hand. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not gonna hold nobody hand for real. I'm not gonna babysit you. Now some guys might babysit you and stuff and want to hear your situation, but most of y'all situation, I pretty much went through it, and I don't like making excuses about it and stuff. Not that I say you can't go through nothing. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you can't go through nothing in life, because you will go through trial and tribulation in life. You will be put to the test and stuff. You will be challenged and shit like that. Hmm. Yeah, you will be challenged and stuff like that. Yeah. Salvation, spiritual realm. Are you in the spirit? Are you spiritual realm? Are you spiritual awakening? Are you spiritual tired? Spiritual tired. I know a lot of us spiritual tired. Spiritual tired. I know I'm not one of them. I'm tired. Not doing the works of Yahweh, but just tired saying the same thing, repeat myself over again to nickel poops that don't want to hear this shit, especially so-called black people. They don't want to hear this shit until it's too late. It's just like you could throw. It's just like you could throw a damn a grenade out there. Black folks just sit there and look at you. Just throw a grenade like 300 feet away, and black folks just sit there and just look at you and look like you and look at you laughing and just looking at you crazy. That's the typical black people. I wonder these some bitches are human or not, because we were born clones, but um, because the Most High Yahweh, um, he had clone, he had clones on this planet because you were born a clone. They call alien baby, but you wasn't an alien baby. You were more of a clone a version of you. You got a version of yourself, and somebody else a version of you. That's why you think a lot of us look alike. A lot of us black folk kind of look favored and stuff because we clones. Hello, I didn't get you then. I didn't do the scarcity on you then. I spooked you. We are clones. Yeah, and you weren't born with 32 teeth in your mouth. The reason why you had teeth in your teeth is in your mouth for real because you didn't want to scare people away of your clone self or your creature self. You didn't want to scare nobody away, so that's why you had 32 teeth. Now if you would have had about 2 or 3 teeth, they'd think you're a monster or a clone or a creature or something. Yeah. All that perfect teeth shit, that's man. That's human, that's the physical. But the spiritual, this is a spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual thing, not a physical thing, not a mental thing, not an emotional thing, it's not a verbal thing. It's a way of life. It's a lifetime. It's a lifestyle. Well, I ain't gonna say lifestyle. It's a lifetime. And we got long ways to go. Because just because we got out of 400 years of slavery doesn't mean it's over. Just because America might crumble soon doesn't mean it's over. No. The 2/3 gonna suffer in America, but the 1/3 is finna leave the 1/3 finna leave and go to another dimension called the portals. The spiritual portals. The Most High portal. Because Satan got a portal too, but Satan portal's in the city. The Most High portals, we don't know what it look like yet. Not even Satan know what it look like. Satan can pretend he's Yahweh, he know what it is, but he don't know. Because the Most High cut Satan knowledge off. He cut Satan knowledge off a long time before he had got kicked out of the spiritual world of this planet. I call it the planet. I don't call it Earth because that's not the name. Earth is man made by Julius Caesar. But yeah. And but at the same time that all this going down, all this is going down for real. It is a thing. It's a thin line, and it's a tight rope. Well, it's not a tight rope no more. It's more like 1/3 is a very small essence because it's only a handful. The Most High gonna have his hand on, which he's doing right now. That's why he's separating every day. People, when you think the Most High separate 1/3 or 2/3, it ain't like it's not like he doing it. He's not gonna wait. He ain't finna wait to do it years later. He doing it right now. He separating them every day. He don't do it just a season. He doing it every day. You just don't see it. Once you first of all, you need to escape the matrix. Secondly, you need to think outside the box. Think outside the box. hmm And focus on what you could do to impress Yahweh by yourself. You don't need me and other brothers and stuff. You just need you have time with Yahweh by fasting and praying to Yahweh and stuff. And if you ain't used to fasting, you need to fast at least by 8 to 12 hours because it's only 12 hours in a day, not 24 hours. It's only 12 hours in a day. You need to at least fast for at least 8 of them. 8 hours good. 8 hours good enough because I'm gonna tell you why. The Most High, to the Most High, you only fast. If you fast 8 hours to the Most High, you might have fasted for 1,000 years. You might have fasted for 800 years. 800 years. That's how he works. Because the Most High work in small numbers. You might think you had fasted for like 15 years, but to the Most High, shit, you only fasted for the day. You get what I'm saying? Everything is a journey, and your journey never stops. That's why I did the topic on my radio show about a week or two ago called "Your Journey Never Stops." Your journey never stops. Go check that show out. I believe it was inspirational. This show gonna be more about motivation and stuff. Not the Christianity turn about motivational. Nah, I'm talking about the spiritual term of motivation. Hardcore. We got to spank your ass a little bit to get this, because we rude. Spiritual people are rude. We rude in speech, but not in knowledge. Second Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 6. Go read that for yourself. And read Matthew, because even Yahweh being Yahweh, the revolutionary Messiah was rude. Go read Matthew chapter 12, verse 34. Yahweh was very rude in speech, but not in knowledge. Yahweh was rude as well as the disciples. We got to continue this journey. One elder might leave, or one message might leave, but we got to continue the journey with the rest of the messages. Like, if you call yourself a messenger of Yahweh, you got to continue this stuff. If you want to take a break and stop, that's fine, but don't stop because you people get on your nerves. People gonna get on your nerves when you take a break for a month. If you ain't on the show. Hey, I took a break on poetry like a couple weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks, and people were still reading my damn poetry. They was wondering, damn, when he gonna do poetry again? When he gonna do poetry again? And I came back, people were just grabbing. I just had new people, and all the rest of the people that used to listen to my followers and the rest of them listen to it, they disappeared. I ain't seen that. I only seen like at least one of them that I was familiar with that comment. That was that was on poetry. The rest of them vanished. The rest of them they just sitting back, or they just disappeared, or you never seen them again. Some of them had unfollowed me for real because it had hit home, and they're talking about them and stuff. People only follow you for real to see what you're gonna do, what you're gonna say to contradict yourself, or what you gonna say to you said this at first, now you taking it back and saying something else, or they'll try to catch you in a lie or something, or say something wrong about you. Oh, you this and that, you this and that, you this and that, you condone this, you taking up for this and stuff like that, because it's powerful. My message is always powerful, and it hits home, and I know why it hit home. That's why I went viral independently. And one day I'm gonna show you on I might show it to you one day on Instagram or TikTok. Oh, Instagram, TikTok. I might show it to you. I showed it a little bit on here on my radio show through my avatar and stuff, and I kind of discussed it on my avatar and stuff as well. So look forward to that. And yeah. And those of you that download, listen to it whenever you can, whenever you got the patience and the time for it and stuff like that. Cause this is about the this is about the 5th month I did the YAH'S podcast show, and this is 140, I think 42, 43. 142 episode of the YAH'S podcast show, to 142 episode of the YAH'S podcast show, and this the 5th month I did radio. I did radio shit at the end of May. Let's see, 1 June, 2 July, 3 August, 4 September, 5 October. Yeah, 5 months, and I got 530 downloads already. 530 downloads already. And I only been on radio 5 months. Some people been on radio for down there 2-3 years, and they barely got 1,000 damn downloads. They've been on radio for 2 or 3 years, or 4 or 5 years. They barely got 2,000. They barely got 2,000 damn downloads and stuff. That the reason why, because when you pay for the shit and people actually gravitate to your message and what you got to say, they download the show and listen to it later on, and they say, damn, he lit, damn, he wild, he this and that, he's rough, raw, and rugged, and his message is so powerful. He got strong messages and stuff, because that tell you right there, the universe is doing that. Not Yah Vessel himself. Not me, Yah Vessel himself. Not yours truly. No, not me. Nuh. Not the Don himself. Me. Uh-huh. Yeah. I did live. Been going pre-record a little bit lately. I might go pre-record tomorrow. We'll see, or Saturday. I might go pre-record tomorrow, Saturday, and stuff. Pre-record tomorrow, Saturday. And yeah, we doing what it do. I'm doing the damn thing. My fifth month on damn radio. Like I said before, and I said it about 3 or 4 times before. I ain't know I want to come at the radio or not, but it's kind of progressive in a way, and eventually people gravitate to it within 6 months to a year or or so. They're kind of like coming on, they'll like it and stuff like that. That's why I say take time, because I'm still a rookie to this. Yeah, I'm still a rookie to radio and stuff. And I talk about all kind of things, whether it's spiritual, whether it's real truth, educational, common sense, reality, and sometimes somewhat political and stuff. And yeah. And I already know my follower. Like I said, my followers kind of like Salvatore, or I want to say I was thinking of the word before I didn't need. Yeah, last time I couldn't think of it either. But this time, my audience is like um unique. I say unique. My audience kind of like unique and spontaneous, or uh, um a principle, a morals type of audience. That's they get what I'm saying, but they still confuse what I'm saying. I put it that way. Um, yeah. And then if you don't like what's been said, get your own podcast radio show. Start out free, and then start damn earning your way and pay for it and stuff. And your equipment, your material be great and stuff like that. Uh huh. Yeah. Uh huh. I don't like doing. Another thing. I don't like doing business with so-called Asian individuals like that. I don't like doing business with so-called Caucasian individuals like that. And I don't like doing business with so-called Indian individuals like that. And the East Indians, I believe. And I don't like doing business with a lot of damn Arabs individuals. And I don't like doing a lot of business with let's say um, I don't like doing business with a lot of yeah, I said them all. I said all of them. I don't like doing too many business with a lot of so-called Mexican individuals, but some of the so-called Latino individuals, they kind of good to do business with in a way. Yeah, So, and definitely, like I said earlier, I don't like doing business with too many so-called black individuals. I don't. I'm gonna say it on the radio right now. I'm gonna say it on air, off the air, or poetry, whatever. I don't like to do business with a lot of black people. Hell, I don't like to live around a lot of black people. Ain't no, I'm trying to act Caucasian and all that dumb shit because I don't like to live around a lot of Caucasian individuals. I like to live around a diversity of people, whether they so-called black, so-called white, so-called Mexican, so-called Asian, so-called Arab, so-called Latinos or whatever, so-called African, whatever. I don't like to do a lot of business with so-called African individuals as well. I don't like to do a lot of business with them either. Yeah, it's a neutral with me. So I like to be around diversity of people. I like to live around a bunch of diversity of people with different personalities and they where they from, where they from, that person from, and all that stuff. And you ain't got to talk to them so much. Live around a bunch of black people. Live around a bunch of black people. They all alike. Live around a bunch of Caucasian people. They all alike. Live around a bunch of Mexican people. They all alike. Live around a bunch of Arab people. They all alike. Live around a bunch of African people. They all alike. And everybody all to this this fantasy soap opera romance bullshit and drama and stuff. If it got something to do with drama, they in. But if it ain't got to do something with real education, spiritual education, or spiritual period, they're not into it. That's boring to them. But being shot at and killed and stuff, that's fun. That's a typical individual. That's why I said I don't think a lot of them human. I think a lot of them clones. A lot of motherfuckers clones. A lot of them a bunch of clones. hmm A lot of them motherfuckers a bunch of clones. Yeah. And yeah. But the universe knew who you are once you got salvation. Salvation. Well, I explained it pretty much a little bit earlier, but I can explain it a little bit more. Salvation is only the spiritual realm to get closer to Yahweh, being Yahweh. Because and I said it before, and I'm gonna say this again, and I love to say this again. For you to get to the Father Yahweh Elohim, you gotta go through His begotten Son, who died for your sins and my sins, and your sake and my sake, the revolutionary Messiah Yahweh ben Yahweh. That's the only way you go. That's the only way you can get to the Father. You gotta go through the Son first, Yahweh ben Yahweh. You can't just go to Yahweh only. And watch out for them people say Yahweh only. And then watch out for them clowns saying, y'all better recognize God is back. What you talking about? The so-called goddess, the so-called conscious woman? Because you worship a woman that much, you worship pussy that much. She ain't no foundation. She and I don't want to go there, but anyway, yeah, and yeah, watch out for them clowns there. Yeah, one more time. The way to get to the Father, you gotta go through the Son first. Yahweh ben Yahweh, Mashiach, and Father Yahweh Elohim, the Almighty, the first, last, Alpha and Omega. Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to do that. They think they can just go to Yah and He'll answer your prayer. Oh Michael, yeah, bro. They said my name. Go down there and favor them. You think Yahweh gonna actually gonna do that? Stop the nonsense, man. Stop the nonsense, people. That's acting like Christian. That's like that you still sound like a Christian. Because if you're doing that shit, you still sound like a Christian. still sound like you still sound like a damn Christian. You still sound like a damn Christian. Yeah. If you think that Yah just gonna answer you only, I think you still lost, and you ain't reached that spiritually because you ain't reached that spiritually. You thought you read some little Caucasian or synagogue Jewish people book that you got knowledge and you can, and now you know the universal Yahweh now. You know who Yahweh is now, but you didn't tap into your spirit. And hell, you ain't even fasting. You claim you're fasting, but you're not fasting. You're scared to fast because you're not in it. You're not in it. You don't have good intentions. Your intention is to fit in with, you want to get in with your fit in type of thing, and thinking, oh, he's saying Yahweh. Oh, we can go over that. We can go over that and pick it back out. Then we're gonna listen to them and see what they talking about. He's talking good sometimes, but sometimes he get on my nerves talking about Yahweh. I know some of y'all be acting like that. You great pretenders. You great pretenders. And that's why the Most High mocked at small numbers. That's why 1/3 is a very little edge for real. 1/3 is a little bit of edge. That's a little bit of edge right there. The 1/3, little bit of edge. 1/3 is just very tight. It ain't gonna be too many that Most High gonna save because most black people ain't trying to get into it. It happens, and then they thinking, oh man, we in the same boat. You just as broke as me. You just as in the same ship I am. Not the hell I'm not. We're not equal, homeboy or homegirl. No, we're not. No, we're not. Don't mix me up with your broke ass. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. Nah, I'm gonna get me salvation. I'm getting salvation. Your ass stuck. Oh, he must think he better than somebody. He black just like me. No, I'm not. I'm Hebrew. You black. I'm Hebrew, damn it. You black. You stay black and proud. I'm stay Hebrew and have spiritual realm and as a spiritual being. Yeah. Just because you got the knowledge early. I got the knowledge early too, but I've been start calling Yahweh name a long time ago. I started calling on. At first I had to bump Yahweh as well, and then when you realize, hold on, Yahweh is his name because every other name they never say nothing bad about. But once you say Yahweh, people talking like, oh, that's evil. That's evil. Don't say that name. Anything evil is good, but everything they say good to them is evil. But everything evil to us is good. Everything you think evil to Yah, but it's good to us. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. You just cut yourself. You just defeated yourself by saying, oh, Yahweh is evil. But evil is good. Remember? Y'all said Yahweh is evil. Well, we saying that we is 1/3 of Hebrews and 1/3 of Israelites and the 10% of Gentile, all ethnicity, not just so-called Caucasian individuals, but so-called Asian, so-called Africans, etc. They consider the Gentiles the 10% of each ethnicity. But you said Yahweh is evil. So evil is good to you. I mean, evil is good to us, not in a sense, because you say it's evil, but it's good to Yahweh is good to us. But we say what's good to us, y'all say it's evil because y'all say we say that Yahweh is the only way. It's the only solution. Spirituality is the only solution. Revolution is a solution, but spirituality is the only solution. Yeah, and then at the same, you say, oh no, that's evil there. But we say it's good, but you say it's evil. But when y'all say it's evil, we say it's good. But when we say it's good, y'all say it's evil. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm debunking that crap today. And Christianity, I debunked that so many times. You gotta go get my book for them. But religion, I debunked them too. And them doctrines and philosophy, I debunked that too. And yeah, you can't get that shit to you for free forever. You gotta pay for something sometime. And watch how good you feel when you pay for stuff that's worth paying for. But you'll pay for all this unnecessary ass shit that's happening on television. Television. Uh-huh. It's only a handful that Most High is shining up on and using and got his hands on. His 1/3 is very tight. It's gonna be some more separation. It's just for right now. It's gonna be some more separation. Could be a year from now, a day from now, a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. And America don't have 50 years. I ain't trying to give you bad news, but I'm gonna give you the bad news. America don't have 50 years. It's not a prediction; it's a reality. America don't have 50 years. Hell, they might don't have 20 years. The way this shit crumbling and stuff. Hell, America might don't stand for the next 20 years. It sure don't have 50 years. I know that. They predicted 2050, 3,000 years later, and we still here. You might not be still here, but we gonna still be here. So what the hell you trying to say? What the hell you trying to say? We got technology last to 2030. Bitch, the technology ain't never left. The technology never went nowhere. It just presented. It's just more presented now. It never went nowhere. What is you saying? Yeah. You can you can be stuck in the meshes all your life, but the people that got out the meshes, the Most High got his hands on them. And if you was really about, if you really trying to get this word of Yah, just call on to Yah and talk to Yah. Just like you talk to your best friends and your dad and your mama and stuff. Talk to Yahweh the same way, but at least you pray to Yahweh. You don't pray to your parents. You don't give your parents all the glory and praise. You give Yahweh the praise. He created you. Your parents just gave you, got the seed out of. They just got the seed. They just carried the seed. That's it. You don't wanna offend nobody. You don't wanna. You don't. You're afraid what so-called the Caucasian people gonna say. You're afraid what the so-called Jewish people gonna say. You're afraid what your oppressor gonna say. You're afraid what your other so-called black people gonna say. Black people gonna say. You're afraid what the news gonna say. You fear Yahweh. I mean, now you don't fear Yahweh. You fear Satan, but you don't fear Yahweh. You try to run all over Yahweh, but you don't. But you get Satan his undivided attention, and that's why Satan doing it. That's why Satan got his hands on the 2/3. If you ain't strong 1/3, he might have his hand on you too. If you want to be about the loser life, the loser life and the troll life. You might well join the 2/3, cause that's what they doing. That's what they exactly what they doing. You might well join the 2/3. You might as well. Yeah. So salvation, people, salvation, y'all, and um, download it as much as you can and listen to it right now, later on, or whenever you can have a time to listen to it, because it was very motivational. Could have been inspirational and enlightenment. So enjoy. All the glory, all the praise goes to the Father Yahweh, Son Yahweh being Yahweh, the 7 archangels, and the 400 million sign angels. Barak Atah, favor and peace, hallelujah, King Yahweh, aka Yah vessel.